Bungie has addressed the insane final shape leaks in their message here in This Week in Destiny, and they've given us all of the artifact mods that are coming with the final shape. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's TWID. We have, before we begin with the TWID, we wanted to let you all know that earlier today, a portion of Destiny 2, the final shape, was accidentally pushed live on PS5 streaming service. There are currently spoilers being shared online. A small group of players were able to play some of the campaign, access collections, and other reward info, and coming in the final shape and echoes. We recommend being very careful on social media over the next few days to avoid spoilers. And honestly, if you want to avoid spoilers completely, you're probably just going to have to shut down most social media at this point in time, which is kind of sad because we're several days away, but you're just going to have to do that because there's so many spoilers out there right now. I still am not entirely sure if people have finished the campaign in its entirety, but some people have claimed that they've done that and are supposedly sharing videos of it. Next up, we have remember to exercise caution and be critical of potential misinformation. Please be considerate of others and report leaks so players can experience the conclusion of the Light and Darkness saga themselves, which is kind of interesting. Bungie's trying to get us to snitch on each other and report all of those leaks out there, I suppose. But in all honesty, I think it's a good thing that we should not try to post all the story spoilers everywhere, especially without a spoiler warning caption of some kind. But honestly, when the cat's out of the bag, the cat's out of the bag. You know, like, there's no way that Bungie's going to be able to suppress this. And if they try too hard to suppress this and try to report everything, it kind of just amplifies it a little bit too, because we're almost a week away. We're what, 5 full days away from the final shape? I mean, that's 5 days for people to share, distribute, and talk about all the different leaks. And like, let's be honest, you know, at that point, 5 days from now, everyone's going to have known everything. Anyone that's interested is going to know everything, right? Thanks to all our community members who have already helped us by reporting leaks, and those actively working to prevent more of the experience from being shared before its intended date. It's always extremely difficult when our team's hard work is leaked early, but we are still excited for everyone to experience the full release on June 4th together. Obviously, they're upset about it. It sucks, and their approach seems to be this time to just have everyone report everything so they can try and take it all down. I don't know if that's really going to help a lot. Like I said, once the cat's out of the bag, people are already talking about it, so we shall see. They're going to go over all the topics here. We got Destiny 2 X Dungeons and Dragons collaboration, which is pretty awesome. We got the final shape artifact preview. We're going to go over that. Raid World's First details, which is huge. We got displayed art for the Pantheon and Pantheon Creator Challenge, Fire Team Finder voice update, cosplay Cosmodrome, and then Bungie Rewards Last Chance 24-hour downtime. And here we go. We got that Destiny 2 X Dungeons and Dragons collaboration here. You can see what they're cooking up with this. Nice. The armor sets look pretty awesome. I'm gonna mute this here. Very cool. I didn't play much Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't even know exactly what I'm looking at here, but if you're a big D&D fan, let me know down below. All right, let's move on to the next part here. We have, additionally, the Adventurers Pack bundle will include a Queen of Dragons ship, the Owlbearer Chariot, and the Tyrant Ghost Shell. More cosmetics include the Big V's Fist Finisher and the Natural 20 emote, which will be randomly rolled each time it's used as Fate's design. Very nice. And in addition to the in-game items, Bungie Store will also be offering an Tyrant Beholder Ghost Shell vinyl figure inspired by the infamous floating gaze monster from the D&D universe. Ooh, okay. And then we have a final shape artifact preview. Okay, very nice. And with the final shape around the corner, we wanted to give you an early look at the artifact perks you can expect on launch day and throughout echoes. The 3 elements in focus for this artifact are Solar, Void, and Arc. You'll also find a focus on melee and swords, as well as long-range weapons such as sniper rifles. Let's take a look at the Hunter's Journal artifact, and this will also be very impactful if you're trying to do the raid and you did any of that bounty hoarding. Unfortunately, that is still a thing. Should be the last time it's a thing with their new system that they're putting in place, but if you're trying to do bounty hoarding, you might be able to hit column 5 within time for the raid. So first up, we got Anti-Barrier Pulse, and then we got Logic Reductor. First, let's go through each column. So Anti-Barrier Pulse, Unstoppable Sidearm, Unstoppable Scout, Overload Hand Cannon, very nice, and Anti-Barrier Submachine Gun, really good stuff. I really like Overload Hand Cannon. I like Anti-Barrier Submachine Gun. Unstoppable Scout's always good too as well, so that we got that going on. Unstoppable Sidearm, there's all good options. Column 2, we got Logic Reductor, weapons with the Radio Layer Transposer original perk, deal increased damage to Vex, extends the duration of Radio Layer pools. Created by radio layer transposer. Nice. So buffing that origin trait. Overcharged armory. Weapons with the dealer's choice radio layer transposer, collective purpose, and sundering origin traits are always overcharged weapons for you when that modifier is active. That's actually huge because that's going to make those weapons 25% more powerful. Authorized mod elemental charge. The energy cost of elemental charge mods are significantly discounted. Nice. Then we got Saint's Inspiration. Rounds loaded by the Cast No Shadows origin perk can overflow the magazine. Very interesting. And we'll have to see what weapons have that. And then we got Winning Hand. While using weapons with the dealer's choice origin trait, combatant precision final blows or rapidly defeating combatants cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage to nearby enemies. Whoa. Having several equipped weapons with dealer's choice origin trait increases the effect of the explosion. We'll have to see how powerful that explosion is. We got column 3, Elemental Siphon. Rapid final blows with a kinetic weapon or a weapon matching your equipped super. Create an elemental pickup that matches your equipped super. So nice. We got Siphon. You could create that elemental pickup and create orbs with the helmet mod. Interesting. Overload Sword. Landing consecutive hits with your sword. Disrupts combatants. Very nice. Overload Sword is huge. And then we got Creeping Chill. Stasis weapon blows against slowed or frozen targets create a burst that slows. Nice. And then we got Press the Advantage. Breaking combatants shield grants increased weapon stability, handling, and reload speed. Swords gain increased guard resistance. And then Threaded Blast. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. We'll have to see how strong of an explosion that is as well. Column 4, we got Counter Energy. When you or a member of your fire team stuns a champion, you gain energy for your least charged ability. Interesting. And then we got Blade Stamina, rapidly defeating combatants with it. I know we've had that one before. I think that one was good too. Blade Stamina, rapidly defeating combatants with a sword, refunds some ammo. I don't know if we're running around clearing ads with the sword, but interesting. Void Hegemony. I mean, it could create some sword ad clear builds, I suppose. Void Hegemony, we got while you have a Void or Prismatic subclass equipped, defeating weakened targets provides a small Void overshield. Okay, could be good. Could be good for some survivability builds with Void or Prismatic. And then we got Radiant Orbs. While you have a Solar or Prismatic subclass equipped, picking up an Orb of Power makes you Radiant. Nice. And then Galvanic Armor. We have while you have an Arc or Prismatic subclass equipped, incoming damage combatants is reduced while amplified. Nice, little bit of survivability. Very cool. Okay, those all seem really good. Column 4 seems epic. Let's see what column 5 is. Usually the best one is column 5. We got Prismatic Transfer. When you cast your super, each member of your fire team with a different type than yours gains a bonus to weapon damage. What? You're saying if I pop my well and everyone's using anything but solar subclasses, they all get increased weapon damage? That's actually insane. That's going to be incredible for synergizing certain builds together, right? Like imagine... I'm trying to just come up with a quick thought of this, like one warlock popping their well, and then you could just be anything, right? You could be a Void Hunter, Arc Titan, get increased to bonus weapon damage before you do the boss, before you hit the boss. Wow, that's going to be really powerful. Based on how much weapon damage though, like obviously if it's just like a 5% boost, then not a big deal, but if it's a sizable boost, then that's nice, and it'll probably stack on top of everything. Then we have Argent Blade. While you have your armor charge, dealing damage with a sword consumes an armor charge and empowers your sword for a short time, granting it bonus damage and energy charge rate. Nice. Commanding Abyss. Void sources deal increased damage to weaken targets. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. That could be things get really interesting, especially Void sources deal increased damage to weaken targets. The exotic Void machine gun that weakens targets every like 4th or 16th bullet, that could get pretty spicy. Shield Crush. While you have Woven Mail, Frost Armor, or Void Overshield, your melee recharges faster and deals increased damage. Wow, that's going to be really good for some Titan builds. So be mindful of that. While you have Amplified or Radiant, your grenade recharges faster and deals increased damage. Wow, that's going to be a really, really strong one. Transference. Gain increased grenade and melee damage while transcendent. Weapon final blows while transcendent. Refund light and darkness energy after okay, that's going to be insane. That's going to be insane. There's going to be some really good builds. It's going to be really advantageous to unlock that final column, which is why bounty hoarding was talked about so much, and now you can see why it would be worth it if you're trying to beat the raid in the 48-hour timeline. Though obviously if you don't care, then unlock all these artifact mods at your own pace. Salvation's Edge World First Raid Race details. On June 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Brave Fire teams will look to become the first to complete the new raid and take home the coveted World First belt. We have some key details if you helping your planning, including requirements for raid entry and updates on the World's First Race criteria. Details: contest mode will be enabled for 48 hours. You'll need to be at 1965 power level at the cap through all of the encounters. Very nice. And then we got entry requirements. Completing the final ship campaign and the wild card exotic quest is a requirement to launch the raid, but only the fire team leader must meet this requirement. Fair warning for any members of fire team who do not complete the final ship campaign before jumping into Salvation's Edge. The raid contains spoilers. Got it. Good to know. Completion criteria: we have changed the way we will track the recognition for world's first completion of the raid. Fire teams will no longer be required to return to orbit to finish the race. The first fire team to finish every encounter and loot the final chest will be declared world's first and have their victory immortalized with the Salvation's Edge World's First raid belts. Similar to Crota's End, we will be working to quickly check analytics before we announce the winning team on our socials, and we'll then start our more thorough security review. We don't want to make everyone wait around while we dig into this data, but if we want to find that any cheating or violations occurred, we reserve the right to disqualify a team and crown the next fire team in line for World's First, even after an announcement. Got it. Full details. There it is. Those official rules. We encourage players to complete final ship campaign and the wildcard exotic quest prior to the launch of Salvation's Edge to have the best story experience possible. There you go. They said it twice. We got the world's first race on Twitch Rivals. I'll be streaming this, which is pretty awesome. Make sure you're following my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/like10p. We're going to do as best we can, and it should be a good time. And then you got to watch 2 hours of any streamer to get this emblem here, and watch 2 hours Twitch Rival stream. Perfect. Get this emblem here. We should be connected with all of that. Subscribe to your favorite streamer. Nice. And then with Twitch drops, global chat, very nice. Watch your streaming, very nice. Pop Ghost global chat emote. And oh cool, I have a global chat emote on Twitch. Very nice. All right, so the Pantheon display metal poster now available. Okay, looks good, looks good. That looks amazing. Let me know in the comments if you got your Godslayer title, if you're able to get that. It was not easy. Pantheon Creative Challenge concludes. Got you. And we got Fire Team Finder voice chat update. So we're making coordination with your Fire Team and Fire Team Finder even easier. The launch of the final shape, we're adding a new voice chat channel for Fire Team Finder lobbies. Players will be able to use voice chat to coordinate their plans and discuss options before launching into the activity. Once in a Fire Team Finder lobby, players can press left arrow / D-pad left to cycle through the Fire Team Finder and Fire Team voice chat channels as they please. Got Cosplay Cosmodrome. Very nice. That's awesome. And then this is your last chance to pick up those Bungie rewards. Make sure to do so before June 3rd. Otherwise, you'll lose that stuff. Yeah, update 8.0.0.1 going live soon, so be prepared. There's going to be a final shape preload. Be prepared for that. Apparently, some people got that early. That's why all those leaks happened. The preload launched too early for some. That's how they were able to get into the game. Got all that information there. Going to be 143 gigabytes for PlayStation. For Steam, it's 299 gigabytes. Jeez, that's massive. All right, be mindful of that. That's huge. And they got the PC operating requirements. You have to be at least Windows 7. And then they have a list of known issues that they're going to have for the final shape day one, things that are going to be disabled probably, and there's going to be more added there, especially as content creators find glitches in the game. Claim your seasonal rewards. Good, claim all this stuff before it's gone. They got vault updates, list of known issues currently in the game right now. And we got the artist of the week, and that's wrap on everything here. Movie of the week. Destiny 2 community team bringing in that TWID, letting us know the artifact mod's very epic. Happy about that. And we'll see what happens with all these leaks and all these spoilers. This has been going to be a rough week for that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.